How's it going? We're back for round 3. I wanted to show you the finished product and what I came with up at the end of my project. This is the finished look after everything I've done to them. All these are sewn back together, all the excess material cut off. The plastic thing that's in here, that was the lock, it's gone. And with all the weight, I reduced the weight of the poles down. With these two items, I was able to add this aluminum and this piece of rubber back, and I only gained back 1 gram. This is 1 gram more than what I replaced this with. So that eliminates this from the weight of our spreader bars, leaving the remaining spreader bar pieces weighing 2.6. So this is a 2.6 spreader bar system from a 9.9. The versatility of it is these pieces pull off. This pops right out. The Amish sewed those together for me really nice. Stitched it with the machine so they're nice and professional looking. Okay, when you get to the trail, get to the camp, rather, I keep saying trail. Put your pieces in here. And you notice how I cut the piece in the center. Like I said, this gives you very much versatility, and I'll show you that in a minute. So here, now on these tabs, put a piece of Velcro on the back to protect the Cuban fiber tarp, so it's not sticking out very far, so it's not really a big item there. But this is your factory war bonnet setting. All right. And when that goes into its position like that, I'm going to route the handles or the straps to the poles right on the bar so it doesn't go anywhere. All right. I got this little piece left for the foot end. Pull it off, pull out the straps, stick that back on. Go down here in the long piece. You notice I got little pieces of plastic glued to here. Most of you will know that's to protect the Cuban fiber tarp. But at the same time, now I'm left standing here going, what am I going to do with these? So I come up with the idea of, instead of storing them somewhere where I could lose them, I glued these on here. And they're the same size as the inside of here. So these go into storage mode right there where they're going to protect the Cuban fiber tarp. I'd store this one on the other one to show you again, but the glue's still kind of wet. I popped it off a minute ago trying to experiment with it. Okay. Now the versatility of this setup is you can put it up in normal war bonnet mode, or you can decide, yeah, maybe not. Might want it in a little more. Might not be quite for me. I get a little more comfortable with a little bit more shoulder squeeze hugged in there. So now you've reduced it to another setting. Okay. And now, the trick part of it is, for all you real Graham weenies out there, you can actually opt not to use this pole, opt not to use this pole, opt not to use this pole, and go down to a 1/2 ounce spreader bar. Slides right on there. And now your hammock's hanging there, looking kind of bizarre. I call this hunkered down mode. If it's really cold outside and I'm wanting to keep the BTUs going, when you put it in this mode, it brings the side in, lowers the center down. So when you sit in it, lay back. You got room for your shoulders still. This way a little. Get room for your shoulders still, your elbows will still work out where the slack is a little bit. You can lay like this, and it brings the ends in. All right. Now in this mode, you get down here a little bit. I wish I didn't have my shoes on. I hate getting in my hammock with my shoes on. But it's a perfect lay. You go over to the side. If you notice what happens with this little storage bag that's at the foot end, where normally it's just a storage bag, well, you're laying on your feet, it makes a perfect little foot box for your feet on the side there. So you're laying in here, you're laying down, it's pretty comfortable. Your elbows supported by this wall. You're laying here nice and cuddling in on your arm. And the down that is normally under you is now up to here on both sides. And I can feel the heat already radiating into my belly, radiating into my back. So it's a lot warmer. I could take my sleeping bag and wrap it on both sides, maybe Velcro it under there, and get a semi-pea-pod type deal on it. All right, getting out of it. It's not much for grace and beauty, but I'm out. All right, very warm setup. Okay, here's the other part of it. I've started trying to factor in how I could get my tarp over the top of these long triangles and get them buttoned down where the doors will come together so I can Velcro them shut. So what I came up with on that, well, it's in hunkered down mode. Not only is it super warm, but it's super versatile. I took a knot, prusik knot, and wrapped it 3 times instead of the normal 2. Slide it down, and you make your triangle go away. It's more in line now than it was with the spreader bar. This is soft, this is soft. I don't think it's going to do any damage to the cordage. When you put your weight into the hammock, this will automatically adjust itself to the point where the pull on these lines become weak enough that it doesn't force it further up the triangle. And I'll show you that in a minute. Here I am again. Versatile man, hopping in the bag. There. Now you see, the triangle on the end has disappeared, and I've converted this bridge hammock from a bridge hammock on one end, reduce the spread, down to a gathered end hammock on the other end. I still have my foot box for my feet. I can lay there, and there's plenty of room right now. I can move my feet around. My feet aren't twisted to the side. They're straight up and down. Very comfortable. But I still lay on my side. All I did was get a little harder to get out of. And now with my triangle, instead of being here, my triangle spread is here. Now I can move my tarp further this way, close my doors around this gathered part here, and attach them, giving me the excess of my 12 foot. Extend here with a 144 ridge line. 144 will keep you come my way. There's 12 foot. Pull it your way. There's 12 foot, and I'm outside the triangle. So I'm guessing that I could be able to close my doors up underneath here, still be able to close my doors up under there, hunker down in sharp, cold winter winds and the snow. And I'll have my down up on the side, increasing the warmth. So I'll be able to double the layers and essentially get 2 layers of 20-degree comfort. I don't know what that would amount to. Maybe you guys could come up with a figure there. I don't know. That's what the project of the day has been. Wanted to show you my hike and pole conversion, and I couldn't help but show you this while I was working on it. Sorry if I bored you. I hope I've helped you. Thanks for everything that you've given me for information. I've really taken a lot more from you than this has given back, and I appreciate it.